After 25 years in charge, Jeremy Foley, of course, is stepping down as Florida Athletic Director. They have a new man now. Scott Stricklin makes the move over from Mississippi State, where he had previously served as AD from 2010 to 2016. So Stricklin in as Foley makes his way out of Gainesville. Get to know Scott Stricklin? Well, I told you he's been at Mississippi State, his alma mater, no less, since May of 2010 as athletic director, and he was one of those athletic directors of the year this past year. That is absolutely no joke, and Florida's getting a heck of a guy to lead the athletic department. Scott Stricklin, kind enough to join us right now. How do you describe what this day's been like for you, Scott?
Thanks, Dari. You know, it's been really exciting, and you know, it's a lot going on when you meet new people and try to assimilate into a new athletic department. And at the same time, there's going to be a transition here where I'm still at Mississippi State for a few weeks. But it's been very exciting, and just fired up to have an opportunity to be a part of the Florida Athletic Department and all that it represents.
How do you describe the job that you are now taking over, one that's been held by the same guy who's been so successful, Jeremy Foley, for 25 years?
Well, Jeremy's obviously done a wonderful job. He's as good as any athletic director there's ever been, and in this league, maybe the best that's ever been. He's worked tirelessly to create a culture that's based on success on the field and on the court, on the track, but also they've done it with great integrity. And so there's a great platform that's in place, and the challenge and what kind of gets you excited from a professional standpoint coming in is the opportunity to build off of that and to work with these great coaches and great staff and great student athletes that are already here and figure out how you keep moving Florida forward. And they've done a great job for a long time. 36 national titles, 235 conference titles. A lot of good things have happened here, and it's exciting to be a part of that and try to build off of that.
How much will you speak with Jeremy in terms of making this transition?
Well, I've talked to him a lot up until now, and I'm sure we'll continue. You know, Jeremy's been a colleague for the last 6 years in this league, sitting in AD meetings, and I consider him a friend. I think it's a great resource to have a guy that knows this athletic department and this university as well as anybody, and Jeremy available to offer advice or just bounce ideas off of. What a great resource. And very few times you walk into a situation like this where you got somebody like Jeremy available to you to help as you kind of get acclimated and go through the process.
What is your most pressing order of business now that you have the big seat there in that athletic department at Florida?
Well, I need to come in and I need to learn the people and I need to learn the place. And I'm a relationship guy, and I think a lot of what this enterprise is relationships with your student athletes, with your coaches and staff, and with your fans and alumni. And so I'm going to spend a lot of time just shaking hands and meeting people and listening to what's important to them. And over time, I'm sure I'll have some ideas that come along that I think may help the Gators. But right now, I want to kind of assimilate a little bit and learn what's made this place so successful.
As this process has come about and has happened, how much have you gotten to talk to, say, some of the coaches that are there, whether it's a McElwain or it's a Mike White or a Kevin O'Sullivan? How many conversations or what sorts of conversations have you been able to have, if any?
Just through the interview process. Yesterday I was here in Gainesville and had a chance to sit down with several coaches, including Coach McElwain and some of the others. And, just number one, those coaches, for the most part, have been here a long time. There's a lot of successful coaches on this campus. And so it's really fascinating to hear what makes Florida special from their words. And then where Coach McElwain's concerned, obviously he's in his second year. He's fired up about this opportunity and what he's doing. And obviously he's done a really good job. And it's fun to kind of hear the energy and the excitement and the pride that they have in being a Florida Gator.
How tough has it been leaving Mississippi State, Scott?
That's been a real challenge, and on a personal level, it's very difficult. That's where I went to school. My wife is from Starkville. We have a lot of family there. There's a lot of really special people to me at Mississippi State, people that I hired there, and I've been able to watch them do some special things the last few years at that place that hadn't been done before. So that's, on a personal level, it's very challenging, and I don't know if there's another job in the country other than Florida that I would leave Mississippi State for. I think that says a lot about Mississippi State, and it says a lot about Florida. So that's been, on a personal level, that's been very challenging.
Yeah, well, very successful, obviously, at Mississippi State. You became very popular there with the fan base. Now that you're making this move to Florida, and I know you're finishing up business in Starkville, is there a message you would like to convey to the fans at Mississippi State?
Well, part of my heart's always going to be with MSU. My diploma will always say Mississippi State, and except when they play the Gators, I'm going to want them to win every single game. And I just have a fond affection for that place. It's no different than when I worked at Kentucky or Auburn earlier in my career, but I still had that Mississippi State diploma. And I know Mississippi State's going to be in good hands. They have a great president in Mark Keenum, who is going to make sure that that place is moving forward. There's a really good collection of coaches there. There's great times ahead at Mississippi State, and obviously I feel like there's great times ahead for the Florida Gators.
Absolutely. This is a phenomenal job that you have been given the opportunity to enjoy. So Scott Stricklin, new athletic director at the University of Florida. Scott, we appreciate your time. Congratulations and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you, Dari. Have a great day.